Okay, let me get to a few other things that I had for you while we stand by. These are just various videos of people early today lining up for the Trump rally. This was 9 a.m., so almost 12 hours ago, you had people already lined up. Can you imagine?
9 o'clock in the morning, 11 hours before he gets here.
No. Not something I would be bragging about. Here's a line of Trump supporters. It's hard for me to imagine a worse place to be. Yeah. Let's see what other videos there are. Video of the Confederate flag display outside of the Trump rally today. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we've got what? 1, 2, 3, 4 Confederate flags, 3 thin blue line flags.
Oh, look. Right there.
Okay. That's a historic flag, by the way. That's the meaning of it. It's all about history. Oh, and Matt Gaetz spoke earlier. Let's look at a little bit of that.
Let's welcome Congressman Matt Gaetz.
Volume's a tad low on that. Actually, maybe his voice will be louder. I thought Trump was trying to distance from Gaetz, actually. I'm actually surprised he was here.
I'm not going to lie, after the last few months, I needed that. Thank you, Florida.
Okay.
I'm a canceled man in some corners of the internet, a marked man in Congress, maybe a wanted man by the deep state, but in the core of my
The deep state, what?
bones, I'm a Florida man, and it's good to be home. They come for the fighters, don't they? And so I have a message for all who need to hear it. For the country I love, for the president who inspires me, and for the people who send me to fight in Congress, I have not yet begun to fight.
Well, you've not been charged yet, right? I mean, I guess that's part of it. Okay, so there's that. Very strange stuff. I want to say thank you to SN Corbett for signing up via Twitch Prime. I appreciate that. I'm also kicking us off today with the coupon code SADTRUMP. Caitlin Yurkowski just signed up on my website with the coupon code SADTRUMP. You've got to love it. You've got to love it. Okay, do people want to hear a few voicemails first, or do we want... Actually, let's look at a couple more clips first. After the indictment of Trump's CFO, Eric Trump went on TV and just said all sorts of things that make no sense. Let's listen to it a little bit.
Yeah. Well, these are employment perks. These are, a corporate car, which everybody has. I guarantee you there's people on this network that have corporate cars. I guarantee you there's people in every company in the country that have corporate vehicles.
Who doesn't have a corporate vehicle, guys?
This is what they're going after. This isn't a criminal matter. This is, it's really interesting, Raymond.
Now, it's actually... So, of course, what he's saying is not true in the sense that it's dramatically... Oh, hold on. Do I need a little more brightness? I can do that. Hold on. I'm dealing with a sort of complex lighting situation. Let's do a little bit more. Do I need more gamma? No, gamma doesn't seem to be helping. Maybe just a hair more contrast. Okay, there we go. Even if you're like the cost, if you have a corporate lease, the value of the lease needs to be added to your income, and you're supposed to pay taxes on it. Like, even if that's all that this was, doing that for 15 years is already a problem. of course, that's not what it is. He's just lying.
The financial crisis, right? They didn't go after a single person on Wall Street, despite the fact that these people were literally, they took down the U.S. economy, but they'll go after somebody after fringe employment benefits. Is that really what the DA is focused on, is little girls are getting shot in the middle of Times Square? They'll go after a corporate vehicle and a corporate apartment? Give me a break. And honestly, I have to say, the media has actually been very fair about this. The New York Times, so many of the different news outlets, they've literally said this isn't criminal. This isn't worth 40, 50 investigators and a district.
All right, so there's Eric Trump's opinion about whether their own CFO should be indicted. I think this is a different clip. Let's see if I think this is something else.
Concerned that they may send an indictment your way, your brother's way, or your sister's way.
You know what? I'm not, Eric, because guess what? We've always lived amazingly clean lives. And believe me, if they could have, they already would have, right? I mean, that's what they wanted. That was their end goal. The difference is I'm not Hunter Biden. I'm not selling paintings to undisclosed people for $500,000 a piece. I'm not doing, drugs in shady hotels. I'm not.
He does, right. Doing them at non-shady hotels would be fine.
I'm not going out and soliciting prostitution, and I'm not going out and, selling influence to Ukraine and China and having lavish trips paid for while, my father's commander-in-chief. No, I'm not doing that. You know what we do? Don, Ivanka, and I live really, nice, clean lives, and we work very, very hard. And guess what? Long before politics ever came into, our lives, we were in the business world, and we were successful, and we worked very hard, and we lived clean lives. And it was very different than the Bidens, who were never in business until their father actually got into politics, and they've milked it for everything it's worth, and they still do it to this day. And, Eric, where's the DA there? When you have text messages of
He sounds unhinged, like he's not making any sense.
Prostitutes and hard drugs and money laundering and all these other things that are on Hunter Biden's laptop that have been reported, apparently.
By the way, is this Eric Bolling? He looks completely irrecognizable to me. It's bizarre.
Reported so many different times. Where's the district attorney and where is the attorney general? And
looks like Jack Nicholson in 1989 Batman or 91 Batman.
Scales of justice only go one.
Okay. All right. So that's that. And then, this is funny. This is Trump during that interview. Let's just make sure we're not missing anything. We're not. During that interview last week with Sean Hannity, during which Trump said he had announced, he had decided whether he's running. Trump going back to the cognitive test.
In trouble with these comments.
We aced it. I can say that I aced it.
Did he get one? He didn't get one question wrong, did he? 30 out of 30. Wow.
Yeah, this crowd really will applaud for anything.
And they did get a little more difficult after you got by 15, I would say. But
I heard the first three questions are, is it a giraffe or an elephant, right?
Well, that's what the fake news does. They take the first 2 or 3 questions and they put them in. But let me tell you, they would not get those last 15 right. Certainly not the last 10. That I can tell you. But anyway,
yeah. I mean, if you only got 15 out of 30 on that test, you're probably suffering from pretty significant dementia. So the idea that he says nobody around him, nobody would, what are you talking about, dude?